Hello, it's Isabel here. This is gonna be reading for the next week, starting from tomorrow, 20th of February, until 26th of February. Yes. I would like to thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, and for watching my videos so far. And I hope that you will like this reading and it's gonna be helpful for some of you. It's of course not gonna resonate with everybody, and whatever it's helpful for you, you can take. What doesn't resonate with you, you can just leave it behind. And yeah, on to the reading. I can say that there is a lot of very strong energy, transforming energy on the masculine side. Masculine side is here, and here is feminine side as usual. And on the feminine side I can see a lot of mental energy, but I see it in a positive way. I don't see it to be negative, to be honest. I don't feel that way. And what I see like between masculine and feminine, we have 8 of Swords, and this is Chrysalis waiting to be transformed into a butterfly, and this is exactly the energy I can feel for this coming week, for divine masculine and feminine transformation. Another step on this journey. We go through transformation all the time, all our life, and on this journey of course it happens in very accelerated speed, and this traditionally is telling us about being a little bit overwhelmed, but it's usually like it's a mental energy, so it's like overthinking, to be in a lot of fear, worries, and thinking about too much. But it's really something that it's really not there. This is something that we just create in our mind, and this is something that that it's temporary, of course. And always when we come to the point when it's when we face some challenges, or as I said, opportunities, we can use it to our favor, and we can become butterfly. And this is this situation at the moment, that we are in this energy. We had this full moon eclipse, and this is something what brings a lot of changes, releasing and transforming energy. And this is something what I can see here. I can see that with masculine energy we have a lot of very strong energy, as I said, because our masculine has really like 4 major arcana cards on his side, and that's telling us about some changes that are coming, and that he's sort of put in a situation that he has to work on these things, and he has to go through this whether he wants it or not. This is for his own good, and this is necessary for him to move on this journey. Here on this position, when we have what divine masculine is aware of is that now he's looking for clarity. I can see that clarity is quite important to him at the moment, that he's really if he wants to move forward in this journey and in his life in general at the moment, he needs some clarity, and this is something what I can see with these two cards. And at the moment he's sort of a little bit withdrawn, and he's looking within. He's trying to find some answers. He's trying to find light within. And this is not the first time this card is showing up for him. And he's going through this period of time that he's a little bit in the dark, and he's not sure about many things. That's why on conscious level he's looking for clarity, he's looking for knowledge, for wisdom, but this is something what he's looking for within, inside of him. So I believe that he's spending a lot of time in meditation and in his own shell at the moment to know how to transform into this butterfly here. That it's inevitable for him to go through this stage. And again, the Hierophant card is showing up, and this is something what keeping him away from the union, from his twin flame. He's more aware of this at the moment, and he knows that there are certain beliefs that he has, some patterns that he's holding on to, and the reason that he's withdrawing and he's looking for wisdom is how to balance this light and shadow energy within him, how to what path to follow, how to which parts of his knowledge so far to follow and which are no longer working for him. We have the Chariot, and Chariot is speaking about like being in control of our light and shadow. Here we have the Sun and we have the Moon, and he's it's to move on this journey. This is something that he needs to handle very well, that he needs to find his light, and also to know how to control his shadow as well. Yeah. This is again the Strength card that is showing up on the masculine side. This time on the position of what he's not necessarily aware of, or what is his challenge. And what I can see, we also have here paired with Mother of Pentacles card, which is Queen of Pentacles. And what what I feel again about this is that he needs to find a balance between his masculine and feminine energy, between being a lion and being very sensitive, gentle being. And because here we have this Hierophant card, and Hierophant card is for me it's bringing up the association with patriarchal word and more masculine energy, and this is exactly what's keeping him away. And he needs to find this balance. This is something that's been showing up for quite a long time. He needs to nurture himself. He needs to be kind with himself, and because there is a lot of energy as well in the past, there was a lot of energy of guilt, that he was blaming himself for certain things, certain behaviors from the past, the way he was behaving toward the feminine. He felt a lot of guilt, and sometimes he might have been even a little bit harsh with himself, which is also not it's another extreme. And this is and he needs to find his balance. He needs to be loving toward himself, and he needs to know that you know, there are things that we do on our journey in our life that maybe we're not happy and proud of, but then we come to some realization and we see what this is teaching us. It's showing us different things, and it definitely it's giving us some lessons. On the feminine side, we have Mother of Swords. So this is also like on the masculine side. This is also about clarity, I would say. And Nine of Cups, how I feel it is that feminine at the moment, and also to remind that when I'm talking about feminine and masculine, I don't mean, I'm not gender specific, I just mean energies. So you can be more, you can resonate more with masculine or more with feminine energy. It's really not gender specific. So coming back here, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment, like emotional satisfaction and peace and harmony. And what I feel about this here is that feminine at the moment, she gained some clarity, and she's very confident in the way how she feels about the union and about the love that she shares with masculine, and it gives her a lot of clarity, and it gives her a lot of fulfillment. And at the moment, she's really maybe not so anxious anymore, or frustrated, because for the last few weeks we had this energy that the feminine was really struggling mentally. There was a lot of distrust, there was a lot of thoughts about giving up, about just forgetting about all this. And at the moment I feel that feminine came to the point. Of course, it's not with all the feminines, and you know, this is for some group of twin flames. The feminine at the moment feels self-confident, and it's not so emotional anymore about it. I mean, on emotional level, she's just satisfied, and she's confident, and she's more interested now about pursuing her own goals in her own life, like new career, like we have here, for example. It's Ace of Pentacles and Son of Swords. And what I feel about this is that at the moment there is some new fresh energy for divine feminine. It may be a new job, completely new area, something more creative, and she's more interested in using her intellect and knowledge and clarity to pursue this path at the moment, rather than really obsessing herself about the masculine, about the union. And I think that the more we are so obsessed and the more we just think about it all the time, the more we just distance ourselves from that, really. So I think it's like important to focus on our own lives and to have our own lives for the union to start manifesting, because like you all know, I guess, it's with unconditional love and twin flame relationship, it's not about need. It's not about feeling some empty space within us. It's not about fulfilling ourselves, but we need to be filled and full. We need to be completely full first, and we need to have our own life and our own passions to really attract our twin. And this goes for both masculine and feminine, of course. This works both ways. And what she may not be aware of, or what is a challenge for feminine, is that we have 5 of swords here and we have 2 of cups. And what I feel about it here is that as soon as divine feminine stops fighting with herself and try to win, try to control, as long as she stops that, as long as she relaxes about that, the union is actually there, because 2 of cups is the card of union, of love, and this is love that it's really actually manifesting. Yes, so it's really important to stop really fighting with yourself, to be obsessed about this union, to try to control what's happening, for this to really to happen. We just need to let go of it and let the journey to unfold, because it's important. Not the destination is important, but the journey itself is important. Like with life, for example, if you focus constantly on the future and not on what's going on in the present, you're never gonna be happy or really fulfilled, because being here and now, being centered, being in your heart is what all matters, and what's actually the secret of happiness. But we all know that, I believe. And here I also didn't mention this yet, as at the bottom of the deck we have Daughter of Pentacles, and funny enough, just behind this is Son of Pentacles. And this is like overall energy, and what I get here is that there is some beginning of like manifestation. It can be like that. First of all, union is happening on the 5D level, on the spiritual level. It also may start unfolding on this material plane as well, but it's really very slow beginning. It's not something rapid, it's not something very fast. It's something very slow and very shy, and because it's Daughter of Pentacles, so it's something new. This is something that it's starting, that's beginning. And here you also have this Ace of Pentacles, so this energy is like supported here. And also it can be like new beginnings for feminine in her career, in what she's actually pursuing. And on the masculine side, it's about his transformation as well. That he needs really to drop some patterns from his past, which are really keeping him apart from this union, from this connection on this material plane. Because I feel that like for most of us on the 5D level, we feel this connection more and more. We can have dreams coming, and here we have on this Nine of Cups we have Moon, so it's also speaking to me that maybe for some of us it's like divine masculine is showing up in our dreams, contacting us in our dreams. So it gives us a lot of encouragement and a lot of emotional fulfillment. What masculine is communicating to divine feminine in 5 dimension is bountiful harvest. And we have, what I feel is that masculine is definitely sending his love. And we have a white dove here, and this is a symbol of love and peace. And we have butterflies here, so there's this energy of transformation I mentioned about. And I feel that he's sending to the divine feminine this energy of, like, he's speaking about his transformation. For some of us it can be on 5D level, that we may have actually this information that he's going through some period of time, that he needs a lot of clarity, and that there is a lot of transformational energies that they're going through. And I believe that if for some of you that there is no such information on 5D level, we can feel this I mean, if there is no such information here in this material plane, we can feel this on the 5D level. And here I can also see that masculine is going out to this period of time, I mean, to this light that he's leaving behind, his dark time, the dark night of the soul, which he was going through for quite a long time, like a few weeks ago, even quite recently. That he's going out and he's more confident, and he's more more aware of what's going on with this union. However, it's he's not on this material plane. He's not going out yet to definitely and really strongly to the feminine, to the feminine twin. He, as here with this Hermit energy, he's still looking within, and he's looking for clarity with himself, with trying to connect to his heart, what he feels in his heart. He knows that he feels love. He may not know yet he may not have this understanding what all this union is about and how to really manifest it, and he can have a lot of doubts, but definitely he feels love, and he sends this love. He sends a lot of abundant energy to the feminine. On the feminine side, I feel that feminine at the moment is very understanding of what masculine is going through. And like a few weeks ago, there was a lot of this hasty energy, impatient energy that feminine wanted to manifest right now and here. And I think that this for some feminine in this period of time is over, luckily. As I said before, there is this emotional fulfillment at the moment. There is this clarity, there is more confidence about the union, about that actually there is not so much doubt and distrust at the moment. And I think that the feminine is sending, what she's sending to the masculine is catch your breath. And I think that, well, she's very loving as well, and she knows that he goes through transformation. We can see this butterfly here, and here's a lot of butterflies. She knows that he goes through this transformation, and she knows that she needs time for himself, that it's not something, she doesn't take it personally anymore. She's very grounded, and she's not so much in her mind anymore with all these worries and anxiety. Although we have this words energy here, I don't really feel that it's so much about anxiety and worries. I rather feel like it's about like using this mental energy for her benefit and for her new beginnings and for her new start, for her transformation. I don't feel that it is something that is really bothering for her at the moment, and especially that we can see this 9 of Cups energy here, which speaks about emotional fulfillment. So I think that the feminine is sending really loving energy to the masculine, and very supporting, telling him take your time if you need to find some clarity. You know, it's very important that you're sure what you want. It's very important that you feel the same about it, that there is no doubts, no anxiety. Of course, it's very important for both people to be on the same page, to go into this harmonious union together. It's important that we are on the same page, and you know, we know that the masculine sometimes is behind. Sometimes what I can feel, I can see we are behind. Feminine energy, feminine is behind with some things, and it's like sometimes they need to catch up, and sometimes we need to catch up, and we just need to be patient with ourselves. It's not an easy journey. It takes a lot of strength, a lot of balance, a lot of awareness and groundedness to really go through this without too much of hassle, which is of course not very easy. I would like to draw one more card just for like outcome, let's say, and to see what's gonna show up. As we have really strong energies, I really feel that after this full moon and these eclipses, some really very serious changes are happening. And this manifestation, this Daughter of Pentacles, definitely is telling us about manifestation. Some things will be manifested, and some things about the union, because this is over energy for the union, but also some things in masculine life and some things in feminine life. And yeah. Seven of Wands. So that's the first, the only one Wands card in this reading. And Seven of Wands is about standing our ground. And yeah, I think that in order to really manifest something on the physical plane,